Hi everybody, Juju here with Zero, as always. So as you can see behind me, the lovely bass singer Geoff Castellucci from Voice Play. Now, I already did Voice Play. I thought about holding off on this one. But one, I did have a request for it, and two, I love this song. I always have. I don't know why, but I've always loved this song. And he's done an awesome job with it. This is another quasi-reaction because I have seen this a lot of times at this point. But like I said, I do actually just love this song, and he did a great job. So I'll go ahead and, start this up, and we'll talk about it as we go.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood and a skin and bones. You've got a mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load of 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Say, Peter, don't you call me,
'cause I can't go.
say, Peter, don't you call me,
to the company store. Don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Come on.
Okay. So, first off, like a lot of other reactors have mentioned, I love the way they incorporated the tools into this. Not only as, props to really bring out the idea of working in the mind and, having to dig through the rocks and, everything else, but using them as essentially your instruments of a sort. That was really cool. And the camera work on it, so every time they hit that bass note, it vibrates. I love that. But it's also really, I don't know how to say it, but the fact that the setting is so understated. I mean, you've got, the lights that, they might, I'm assuming, run in like a mine type situation, a little bit of scaffolding, some crates. So it's really bringing in, the idea of him being in a mine. But, it's just very simple, and, it's not a whole lot going on, so your focus is on them. But anyway.
Well, I was born on a morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the strong boss said, well, bless my soul, you load.
Okay, I love that voice he does, because that's not his voice, that's not his singing voice, that's not his bass singing voice. That's a character voice. And honestly, it reminds me of like a cartoon, villainy type boss, and it's just, I love that little bit.
Tons of number 9 coal, and the strong boss said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Yeah. I was born one morning in the drizzling rain. Fighting in trouble have been my middle name. I was raised in the canebrake by an old mama like an old white. Told a woman, make me walk the line. Yeah, 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you...
Okay, so I mentioned this back in the Oogie Boogie song. That's actually my favorite singing range of Geoff. What his leftmost version of him was doing just then. It's just so smooth, I guess. But that's actually my favorite singing voice for him, is that kind of mid to higher range that he does. That being said, that growly, raspy bass, sound he's singing in for the most part in his, middle character, it works for this song. Because, it just sounds like work roughened and, you've been in the mines all day, and yeah, you just get this like heavy, for lack of a better way to put it, testosterone filled, manual labor, kind of thing going. So yeah, I definitely appreciate the bass, rumble and voice that he has when he's singing, the main part of this song. But yeah, those smooth, like higher sound, yeah, that's my favorite. So we'll read.
Was raised in the canebrake by an old mama like an old white. Told a woman, make me walk the line. Yeah, 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron and the other is steel. Ride one with your load 16 times. Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. 'Cause I can't go to the company store. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. 'Cause I can't go.
I love that, just, it's so smooth, So yeah, I love that. I love the harmonizing that he does in that one. It's just so smooth and, I don't know, I love it. So, like I said, I do actually prefer those smoother singing tones of his, but, in this song, that gravelly bass just, really makes this song. And just for comparison, I actually went and looked up the Tennessee Ernie Ford version. I think that's his name. It sounds right in my head anyway. Actually went and looked up that version. Just so I could have kind of a comparison, because I think I've probably heard the Johnny Cash version maybe. I haven't looked up that one yet though, so maybe I'll do that on another video. Because I know I've heard the song before. It was, funnily enough, it was actually part of the music that was playing in a store I worked at. So every hour or so it was on repeat. So yeah, I'm very familiar with that particular song. Why they put that in there, I have no idea, but that's actually where I remember it from. But with the company store thing, somebody had actually explained the concept of it in the comments on another Reactors video, where I actually have the concept of, a company store and how they essentially screwed their workers over. I think it was actually from Grapes of Wrath, of all things, from AP English back in high school. The things that actually wind up sticking with you from high school. But essentially what would happen is the workers would get, X amount of money. Well, they can buy all of their groceries and, all the stuff they need from the company store. Great. Except it would always be just that little bit too much. But hey, it's okay. You can put it on credit. You can pay us next week. Cool. Well, then you get paid. Well, then you pay back what you owed, and then you pay for the new groceries that you need, and oh wow, I'm still short. That's fine. We've got credit. You just put it on the credit. It'll be fine. So they wound up, essentially tying them to this company because they were constantly in debt to them. So that whole, St. Peter Don't Call Me, which is if you're not familiar with it, is a biblical thing. St. Peter at the pearly gates. He would, essentially he's the gatekeeper to the pearly gates of heaven, and, he checks your name off the list. Before anybody could very, narrowed down, very, very narrowed down explanation of that. But, St. Peter Don't Call Me, because call me up to heaven. I can't die yet because I owe my soul to the company store. I owe, they own me. So yeah, that's where that whole, concept came from. Though, as the one commenter had said, with the, mining industry, I guess it was a little different, where they were actually having to buy their supplies for the mine, like I guess their explosives and things that they needed, as well as, everything else they would need. So that probably factored into that as well. But yeah, like I said, I actually really love this song. It's, of course, the imagery in it. I was raised by an old mama lion, and just got up and went to work one day, you know, kind of thing. It brings to mind like the old folktale heroes, you know, John Bunyan and stuff like that. John Bunyan? Tom Bunyan? I just had a brain fart. Can't remember. But Bunyan. Paul Bunyan. I think I'm smashing John Henry and Paul Bunyan together. But yeah, you know, those folklore hero kind of characters. But yeah, so like I said, I really, you know, I love the song. I really like his cover of it. And the harmonizing in it, you know, the background music is just so pretty, I guess. So yeah, definitely one of my faves by him. But I'll have the link to his original, you know, the original video down below. So definitely go check it out. Leave him, you know, some love. If you, I would definitely suggest checking out some of his other work, because I've been trying to hold off on watching too much so I can do actual first reaction videos to things. But everything I have heard from him has been amazing. So I definitely recommend you go check out his page and all the rest of his music as well. But yeah, other than that, I thank you for stopping by and checking this out with me. If you've got suggestions for any other videos you'd like me to take a look at, be it by Geoff, voice play, any other artists, I listen to a very wide range of music. Everything from, you know, rap, country, alternative, rock, pop, you know, acapella, so classical. So yeah, if there's something you'd like me to check out, a random artist, you know, let me know. I'll be happy to go take a look at them. If you are interested, I do have a Patreon. You can find it on my profile. It is primarily fan fiction based, so keep that in mind. But I do also have a Discord, which once again is fan fiction based. But if you have questions or anything, I do actually have a section under there for leaving suggestions for YouTube reaction videos, so, or tutorials or anything else you'd like to see. I'd love to have you stop by and say hi. So yeah, if you like this, please click the buttons below. You know how to do this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!